What's up, everybody? Here we are live from
What up, though? From the Juneteenth Festival.
the largest Juneteenth festival in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, for sure. There's a whole lot of people out here, man. Yesterday, I was like, oh man, dude, I didn't know what, like, I didn't really get the vibe, but now I see how the way that they organized it. Okay,
Saturday's the big day.
Cracking.
And since you guys aren't watching this on Saturday, probably you guys
should be here.
You should be here.
Hopefully,
exactly.
we're gonna get y'all on tape here in a minute.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be.
Yeah, we're gonna walk
you could
around.
See yourself on that. Okay, so it's starting to rain a little bit, but
A little drizzle, yeah.
we had a little rain earlier. But so what's been going on at Juneteenth?
Well, there's pigs here.
Yeah.
They got a whole
First thing when we showed up this morning, this is what we noticed. They had the recruitment team here.
It's crazy how our children are indoctrinated. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just teach our kids that these murderers and killers are good for them, or nice guys. Look how he's smiling now.
Yeah, putting stickers.
This dude right here will end up killing that boy in 10 years, maybe even 8 years. In 8 years, he's gonna be scared of that boy. He'll pull a gun on him and kill him. You know what I'm saying? Now he's giving them stickers and shit.
Yep.
So, you know.
Well, this is the thing. The police are always like, we just need better community relations, but it's like, it's always the community supposed to just like cops.
Yeah, we're supposed to always have our olive branch out every time.
Exactly,
you know, and if we're not willing to do that, then we're the problem somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a fact. There's no opinion in this that police are one of the top 10 reasons why black men die in this country. So, and they're almost the top 5. So, you know what I'm saying? There's no fucking hyperbole or like, is that the word? Like you're trying to put something on it that's not this. It's just a fucking fact, man.
It is a fact.
So this guy, our guy right here, fucking Nick right here, he might be a great dude, got kids raised. He might not be one of the 80% of the cops that beat their wife and shit, or is it 40%? 40% of the cops that beat their wives and shit. But he's definitely one of the ones that will come up and shoot 10 of these people right now. Right today.
Or not report somebody. This is what we actually, so when we got here, we noticed this, and there was a little
not report one of his buddies.
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
bullshit.
Because it's always like, oh, people talk about the bad cops, but it's like those bad cops are just like part of the system. They're deeply ingrained in it.
Yeah.
Or people they come in, they want to change, and then they just become a part of that culture.
Just a part of it, yeah.
Because if you try to change, you get pushback from everybody
you get
else.
pushed out.
Threatened.
You can't go into that system and try to be different than what that system is. You're gonna get pushed out.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like any other organization that you're in. If you're not cogging the wheel or like, you know, rowing the boat in the right direction, they're going to put you away.
Yeah, exactly.
And so this guy, our friend, Officer Nick over here, is fucking definitely rowing the boat in the direction that they want to row in, which is killing us, the 6th leading cause that we're dying.
But he comes to Juneteenth Festival.
And he's here handing out stickers to our babies and shit. So listen, man, I'll say this. From the very beginning, the first day of organizing the Juneteenth, I was a part of the discussions. And I said I didn't want nothing to do with police at this thing. They didn't have no place being here. And it was agreed upon. So what is being told to us is that the city forced this. That in order to do this here, they had to have this here. So, you know, okay. I'm like, for me, I'm straight up, bro. I don't like that I just found that shit out today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that we're sitting up here talking all the time about community, all the time about building this, building that, and then when it comes time to do the shit, we just don't do it.
Yeah, because like you said, because it's so much part of the culture. Like, you know, they just have to be there.
Indoctrinating everything.
It's a part of the city being there, that the police have to be there. Like when we got here too, like, so, you know, it looked like a police booth, basically.
Right.
It's the City of Colorado Springs booth, but basically.
How did it look? What did you have? What they have to fix? What did you make them fix?
Yeah, so they had 50% of the real estate of the booth was basically taken up by the police department. So I was like, can you guys? Well, there's a little dust up that occurred.
Right. Yeah.
We started, but then we had a conversation afterwards. You know, and I was like, how could? Because they had riot gear. They had the police's vest and riot helmet out here. So we're like, you guys got to move that. Like, you can't. This is like
riot gear.
Last summer, they were beating up people in that gear, you know what I'm saying? So like they moved some of that, and you know, I think some of the other city agencies have
literally shooting people in the face with rubber bullets.
like
like peaceful protesting
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Getting shot in the face with bullets and stuff.
So, you know, and I was,
Rubber bullets.
so Chauncey and I had quite a conversation with Officer Nick. And, you know, in fairness, he's like, well, I don't have the power to make a lot of these changes.
No shit.
Which we have been saying for so long. We
Right.
like, that's been our thing. You want to talk to the community, but it doesn't matter. Like, homeboy that goes out that's just a member of community relations, he doesn't actually have the power to implement any policy changes.
Exactly.
And so we're like, let's talk to Southers, let's talk to Niski. So turns out Southers came by to be seen at Juneteenth so that he can show that he's a friend of the black
supporting
community.
the black folks.
Yeah, exactly. So when we went up and talked to him about the huge crisis that's happening in Colorado Springs right now that everybody knows is a crisis, we basically asked, like, why aren't you giving any city money to the housing crisis? And he was like, well, there's lots of money going to it. And he couldn't answer, like, why them specifically.
Right.
And there were, we kind of mobbed him.
Yeah.
A bunch of us, our live audience here,
our
actually.
folks there, the Chinook was in the building, right? And he knew what the thing was that was great, man, guys, is that he knew exactly who we were. When we walked up to him, he was like, oh, here go these motherfuckers.
He's like, hello, gentlemen.
Looking around our shoulders, he's like, who's all these people?
Here's the fact of the matter. So Chauncey had already confronted him about defunding the police department. And so then we were like, you know, there's this housing crisis. Why don't you just take some of that police bonus that because the city recently was like, we're flush with cash.
Right.
Maybe we could give the police a bonus on top of their raise.
We got so much money that we got to give them some more money so that they'll stay here.
And so we were like, why don't you put some of that towards housing? He literally ignored it. He didn't say anything. He's just like, well, there's money coming from here, coming from here. Like here's the thing. We talked to this cop behind us for like probably close to 2 hours.
Did he took his lipstick off? Oh, he got his lipstick off now.
But
they put a lipstick on a pig.
But when he said, you know, talk to higher ups, we talked to the person that's the head of the city. He completely dismissed the notion that you would take money from the police department and spend it on social spending.
What?
That is just completely outside of any consideration in the city.
If you get to talking to me about that, I'm ignoring you.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he said. Like, you're not a part of this community discussion if you're trying to talk about being a liberal city.
Yeah, oh right, because we brought up cities that were like doing things to help their own housing crisis and homeless people, and he's like, but Seattle?
Yo, you're telling me you want to be like Austin. That conversation's done.
Like,
I don't know what I hear.
What was he trying to accomplish with that? I mean, look, sorry, bro, we're not your like Trumpster base that like, if you say Seattle, we're like, Seattle?
Right. It's like, no, bro.
Austin?
Actually, yes. You know, and listen, man. Okay, I'm not saying I want to be Seattle. No, I don't know. I'm not. I'm saying I want to treat
I want to be better than Seattle.
Exactly, dog. Like, they got a problem. I want to treat our homeless people with some fucking thought and consideration.
Yeah, some dignity.
Man. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's enough money. I told them this city is prospering, and if the best cities make the most of their least.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
of course he agreed, but he couldn't say how they were going to implement that.
But not on the 4th district where we just kicked your district council member off of the health equity committee. So no, I didn't have anything to do with any committees. I don't have anything to do with it. Of course you don't, motherfucker. You don't have anything to do with committees.
He's got nothing to do with anything.
He has people lined up, candidates lined up for boards all over the fucking city. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and he's got the bully pulpit.
He has his damn replacement lined up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that true?
Yes, it's true, man. Yeah, it's true.
I didn't know if there was some sort of thing that I didn't know about.
Oh,
that he was missing.
No, we can't break it just yet, man.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't want to say nobody. We gotta wait till they declare first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, man, other than that,
it's been a great Juneteenth. It's actually been beautiful.
It's been, this is the first like straight on sun that I think most of the day.
Yeah.
I left, man. I had to leave, dude. I couldn't be around this cop, man. And I love D. I love Will and Jen. I love this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've completely invested in this thing. You know what I'm saying? My whole family's coming down here, the whole thing, man. I flew my son from Texas to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where's baby Sean?
He's at the pool, man. I let him go cool his jets a little bit. Because he was mad as hell at that. He was mad as hell at Shirley.
Well, I was
Shirley,
too.
what's her last name?
Shirley.
Rodriguez. Martinez. Shirley Martinez.
Yeah, she was trying to like say that we're going to shut this shit down if you guys don't stop.
Yeah, we're going to shut this down if you don't leave this cop alone. We're going to shut the whole thing down. That was her take on this thing. That's where she wanted to go with this. So you know, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Look, I don't.
The cops were welcome, but Sean wasn't welcome as a black man.
Yeah, and as far as Shirley was concerned, I was the one bringing the energy. So here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, man. I don't believe that every group or person that's an activist or an organizer needs to be radical in thought or action I want to be or am. But what I do believe is that you can't stop me from doing what needs to be done. We need somebody that they are afraid is going to act a fucking fool.
Yeah, totally.
And it's
always got to be.
It's never ever. There's nothing socially that ever changed or happened that wasn't an element of it.
Exactly. You've got to create the crisis.
It's always been a part of that thing, man. Yep. So I won't tell y'all that your sternly written letter isn't effective. And don't fucking tell me that fucking telling this pig to get the fuck out of my fucking celebration isn't effective like it is, because it is, man.
Exactly. And don't
period.
The thing is, the cops caused their presence caused the conflict.
And they know
you know what? Exactly. Actually, after talking to this guy for a while, I think he came to the realization that does create some
oh my God, I can't believe you're right
conflict.
about that.
I think what was disturbing to me was that, like, instead of doing something to ensure that the cops weren't causing conflict, they were more angry at the fact that we were raising this issue.
Right, yeah, like we were upset that this dude was
here. Well,
Shirley
man. Was.
I was upset by that, man. But anyway, yeah, man, it's like right now, y'all know how I get, man.
Yeah.
I'll turn up just,
but everything's cooled down.
Me and you will get that hamster wheel to rolling, boy. We'll run it down. But anyway,
it wasn't too bad today. Actually, I felt like there was a good dynamic where, like, you got heated and then, like, I was able to talk.
Yeah, it was perfect, man. Like usual, we're usually we're not always right. Wait a minute, I didn't mean that.
That was a weird thing to say.
I didn't mean that. We are usually always, we are always right.
I don't want to be arrogant.
Right.
Let's just say we're a little bit like, what's that soap? 99.9% right.
That we're right. And then it's that other point-ish that we're not. So
you want your right as pure as just cause.
Exactly, man. I forgot what I was saying that for too, but anyway, we were right about it, whatever it was.
Yes, exactly.
So here's what I think we need to do, man. I think your editing skills need to come in, and we're gonna fade to black.
And then we're gonna talk to some folks, because there's some beautiful folks down here doing some beautiful things.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna get some of those beautiful folks.
I hope that y'all can hear us over the speakers too, man. Yeah. So anyway, guys. All right. So hey, John. 3, 2, 1. Fade to black.
Tuesday, the Senate signed a bill declaring Juneteenth a federal holiday. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so happy to see all of y'all. Growing up in the 60s, some of y'all don't know about that, but growing up in the 60s, we used to listen to songs such as Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud by James Brown. There was a playwright, a poem writer, a poet in Chicago by the name of Oscar Brown Jr. And Oscar Brown Jr. was known for such hits as The Signifying Monkey, and one in particular, Bitter Men. Bitter men, get 'em in. That sun is hot and plenty bright. Let's get down to business so we can get home tonight. Bitter men. Auctioning slaves is a real high art. Bring that young gal around here, Roy. She's good for a start. Bitter men. Now here's a real goodbye at about 15. Her great-grandmammy was a Dahomey queen. Just look at her face. She sure ain't homely. Like Sheba in the Bible, she's black but comely. Bitter men. Gonna start at 3. Can I hear 3? Step up, gents, take a good look, see. Cause I know you want her once you've seen her. She's young and right, make a darn good breeder. Bitter men. She's good in the field, she can sew and cook. Strip her down, Roy, let the gentleman look. She's full up front and ample behind. Examine her teeth if you got a mind. Bitter men, get 'em in. Now here's a bid of 3 from a man who's thrifty. 325. Can I hear 350? Your money ain't earning you much in the bank. Turn her around, Roy. Let them look at her flank. Bend them in, get them in. 350's the bid for the man who's thrifty. 325. Can I hear 350? Your money ain't earning you much in the bank. Turn her around, Roy. Let them look at her flank. Bend them in, get them in. 350's the bid. I'm looking for $400. She's a bargain short. $400, $455, $500 now. Look alive, bid them in, get them in. Don't mind those tears. That's one of her tricks. 550's the bid, and who say 6? She's healthy and strong and well equipped. Make a fine lady's maid when she's properly whipped. Bid them in. 650. Don't be slow. 7 is the bid. I'm gonna let her go. And 7, she's going. Pull her down, Roy. Bring the next one around here. Bid them in, get them in, bid them in. The auction block. The auction block. The auction block. Juneteenth is so important because it declared us free from the auction block. And that Juneteenth is now a federal holiday. I want us to be happy, but let us not get complacent because this is only the tip of the iceberg. We have to continue to march. We have to continue to fight until we have true equality and true equity. We are not yet totally free. So we must continue the march, because if we don't continue to march, we may find ourselves in some way and somehow on the proverbial auction block. We still have work to do. Bid 'em in, get 'em in. That sun is hot and plenty bright. Let's get down to business so we can get home tonight. Bid 'em in. Thank you.
Put your bad self. Say it louder. Say it louder. Look here. Some people say we got a lot of malice. Some say it's a lot of nerve. But I say we won't quit moving until we get what we deserve. We've been buked and we've been scorned. We've been treated bad, talked about, as sure as you born. But just as sure as it takes 2 eyes to make a pair, brother, we can't quit until we get our share. Say it loud. Say it loud. One more time. Say it loud. I've worked on jobs with my feet in my hand. You know, all the work I did was for the other man. But now we demand a chance to do things for ourselves. We're tired of beating our head against the wall and working for someone else. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it loud. Ow! Ooh-wee, you get me. All right, out of sight. All night, so tough, you're tough enough. Ooh-wee, you're killing me. Ah, say it loud. Say it loud. Now, we the man's a chance to do things for ourselves. We're tired of beating our head.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
Hey, look who's
Welcome back. Wait.
Dang, we messed it up. Hold on,
Oh.
let's do it again. So we should be like, and then
Oh,
I
yeah,
had
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Can you do the effects? No?
I can try it.
All right, let's do it. It'll take too many days though.
3,
2, 1.
1.
And
we're back with Johnson.
Chauncey's in the building, son. Chauncey's in the building.
CJ.
Yeah, man. So what's up, bro?
Wait, CJ.
Chill,
Is
how
CJ
you doing?
one or
We
CJ2?
Huh?
Oh yeah, y'all are CJ
Oh,
one,
okay.
CJ one, CJ two.
No,
I
I
didn't
get
think about
two.
this.
Charles was
CJ
born
two.
first.
All right.
Charles, I get
Yeah.
two.
So we're trying. We might be looking a little awkward.
shit.
We're trying to share the
Yeah,
mic with
no.
Chauncey.
Actually,
man.
I wasn't even talking into my mic. I had it down on my knee, so
See,
hopefully you
that's
guys could
why-
hear
That's
that.
why I said it, just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? That was like the cue to like.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm very excited for them to have me, by the way. I love this show.
Chauncey,
I
this
watch
is
it.
only your second appearance on Just Cause.
Yeah. The first one was a year ago.
It was almost a year
Was
ago.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should,
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we are a year in, man. We
Yeah.
just had our year anniversary that nobody watched on Just Cause, man. Did you notice that?
We're still waiting for
like
like cupcakes, cakes,
and
anything.
tres leches.
Disappointing.
Like, man, it's
guys.
crazy as hell, man.
You know, Chauncey, I don't think you got us a cake either. So
yeah, you didn't even come to the show.
Charles, producer, you got a cake?
Okay.
oh, Charles is
Hey,
our
we'll
guest
work on
producer
that.
today.
All right, hey, we'll get you, there's gonna be another year,
Yeah,
man.
we get free
Yeah.
passes.
Next year. Was it April?
And our 2-year anniversary, we expect 2 cakes.
2 cakes.
I got you. I'll
Dos
double it up.
cakes. Dos tres leches.
Dos pasteles de tres
tres
leches.
leches.
Ah, that's right. You guys didn't think we could speak Spanish,
Right,
did
we
you?
So can. We so can. Anyway, but I can't. I'm not even gonna try. But anyway, man, Chauncey, man, so that was the introductions.
Yeah.
What do you think about what happened behind you today, man?
Yeah,
Or
you were
not,
part of
I
this.
guess that was a bad way,
Yeah,
man.
I mean-
How you feel about the
Yeah,
whole thing?
well, Chauncey's
so
been
far?
talking about Juneteenth all day, so let's get his thoughts on
So
it.
this is my thing. So if you guys have not know, I live with my great grandparents. They're like 90 years old. So we have different two perspectives on it. I think me and my brother both agree that most definitely I would say that we would say that Juneteenth is great. Like it's all like great and dandy and stuff. But at the same time, it's not enough. It's not enough at all. It's not enough. It doesn't give up for the reparations that we need. It doesn't give up for the miseducation that we've missed and that we've been basically soughting after. Like we had to make historical black colleges because we weren't able to get the education that we wanted, and they're still here today because we're sometimes still not able to afford or
And
get
being
the
underfunded.
education that we want.
Being
Yeah,
underfunded.
very underfunded actually. HBCU schools are very underfunded.
Yeah, man. I think that let me get the mic. So I think that
When we're done, we're dropping
that
these.
The main thing about this whole shit is that with it becoming a federal holiday and whatever getting voted, whatever happened, it was a vote,
Yeah,
right?
good thing. Yeah, it was a
That's
good
great.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic. You know what I'm saying? And then it's what I don't want the narrative to get turned into is, oh, now we celebrated that it was a federal,
Yeah.
voted.
And
that's not what happened.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to point out. And most people don't know this. I was explaining this to John earlier. That vote for making Juneteenth a federal holiday was unanimously.
Unanimous.
They all voted.
Yeah, well, you know what they said. You know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
they all voted. And so that to remind you, in the Senate, there's Republicans and Democrats. So that means Republicans also voted
Yeah.
to get this thing
Right.
passed.
So
It's not, you gotta look at the bigger picture here. Republicans have been putting out voting restriction laws on minorities for the past almost year and a half.
yeah, like as we speak.
Yeah, trying to block actual change.
Literally, and now they have a thing to say, oh, we're not racist. We helped get Juneteenth passed as a federal
Right.
holiday.
That's kind of the same vibe.
Right.
from Officer
Exactly.
Pig Lips.
No, and that's
And
it,
the
man.
cities.
Man,
Yeah, and the
Mikey-
mayor coming through here,
Mikey-
man.
All symbolic. Well,
Yeah.
it's just about conversations, guys.
Oh yeah,
It's
all we
about a
gotta
bunch
do
of
is just talk
symbolic
about it and then
talking
voila.
about things, and everything's
It's
better
fixed.
if you talk.
Yeah,
Yeah, as long
Exactly.
as it's on their terms too.
Yeah, yeah,
Except
You
for
can't talk
exactly.
about it when they don't want to talk about it, man.
Yeah, they can't have conversations.
And you can't
So-
talk about it the way you want to talk about it either,
Yeah,
because
that's-
otherwise you might be too
Right, you
aggressive.
got to do it the right way, the right time, the right
Exactly.
place, or you're irrelevant.
Yeah.
You get put in jail, get charges put on you, or completely ignored, or whatever it is. That's how it goes. So, for a year now, John and I have been saying, man, the only way to get people to listen to what's happening is make noise a different way than everybody else is doing this thing, right? So if they're telling you, hey, you're allowed to protest right here in that spot, then guess what that right there in that spot is? The most ineffective place for you to
Exactly.
be. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So they're telling you, hey, you're allowed to speak in this way, in this form only.
Yep.
They're telling you, this is how you be the most ineffective that you could possibly be. And that's the only thing that's acceptable. So said all that to say Juneteenth being a federal holiday, again, we're happy about it.
Yeah,
All of these
yeah,
things
yeah.
are great.
Very nice.
It now celebrate there.
Right. Yes.
Take your blackness there.
And don't tell cops not to be there either.
Right, and it will be there
Don't
when
raise
we
a
want to be
ruckus.
there. We'll do what we want to do at your Juneteenth festival. But this is where you celebrate at, and you don't get to this. That's it.
Right.
So okay.
Also,
now,
we'll send
that's
the mayor
why
down
they're-
there to literally condescend you guys.
she's
Exactly.
so condescending.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. I hope that
Southers,
I'm sure
we're
they got
coming
it on
for you.
tape, man.
He said it was a very bad.
got it on tape.
He said it was an inconstructive constituent, which I thought was
What did he say?
inconstructive constituent.
That you are?
Yes,
I think that should be your new nickname.
Inconstructive constituent.
Yeah.
That would be a
wasn't
great
that exactly
song,
the
actually.
opposite of what he said. Oh, that was Lawrence that he was gaslighting after they killed Devon.
Yeah. Oh,
I
right.
forgot
Yeah,
about
he's
that.
always gaslighting everybody.
Yeah.
No. Well, it's just very funny because when we were having that conversation with that officer there, he said that I don't have as much power when you're Hispanic. I was like, you're completely wrong, because the DA's office and lawyers they go to school way longer than you do, way long. They had to get a 4-year bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
They had to go to school for 3 more years in law school, get accepted into that law school, and then also pass the bar in either the state or multiple states that they're trying to practice in. So it's like, and also at the same time they decide whether you go to jail for 15 years, whether you go to jail for life, or whether you don't go to jail at all. So that's your freedom right there.
Yeah.
And
Cops.
the officer has a gun, and that's the same
exactly,
thing that determines your
exactly.
freedom and not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
He gets way less training than a lot of
way
other
less training.
professions.
He said-
Yeah.
I believe he said 10 months, which was the longest in the country, center in the state.
Which is bunker.
That
I
was
think
like-
it's probably up there actually
I was
for
like,
the
even
country.
then, I was like, that's not
Not enough,
not
man.
enough at all.
Yeah.
Not, especially when these people that are doing freedom stuff are having to go for 4 years, get a whole degree, then another 3 years, and then hopefully hope that they can pass a bar exam in the state that
Right.
they want to practice law in.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to practice for shit. They
Yeah,
don't-
yeah, yeah.
they
You
go
know,
to-
I think that, you know, when we
insane.
talk about the budget and the cop, you know, what he wants to do with the money, we asked him too. Like,
Yeah, we did.
you know, instead of raise, you know, what did you call it?
Well, they're getting
Upping
a
the
raise
budget.
plus an additional bonus for
Plus
the police
an additional
department.
bonus. Instead of doing this, like, let's put it into something more
social programs, like
something
housing.
feasible for the social.
And we gave them
structure.
we gave them half, like about quarter half the budget last year, and we gave them the extra 10 mil for like
Hey.
extra 10 people. Like,
Hey,
What do they
Niski
need that
told
much
y'all
money for?
from the jump, I'm gonna get this one, this budget approved, and I'm gonna get another one approved.
And I'm getting
And
more
then the
money
mayor-
next year.
Didn't the mayor just tell y'all that he wouldn't stop it? Half,
Yeah.
50% of the
No,
budget
I
can
asked
go
him-
to them.
Yeah, when I stopped him, I asked him, I was like, I asked him 2 things. I was like, one, why didn't you say Black Lives Matter at all? And why haven't you said it since you were at this event and before in prior conferences that you've had around the subject of race relations? And
That is a great
cultural
question. Why
What did he
doesn't
say?
he say that?
He really didn't give me an answer.
Oh, he didn't have an
I
answer.
think he tried to biff it because if he would have answered, I would have been honest.
Right, yeah. There's no right answer to ignoring black people.
Yeah, and then I asked him, I was like, can you promise to not spend half of the city budget or at least a quarter of it to give to the police again? Because
said
we
no.
need it. And he's like, I will not do that. He's like,
Hey,
I
man.
will fund the
Hey, I'm
police
gonna get these
department.
police.
I'm gonna up the funding for him
I'm
now.
gonna give these police half of the city's money if you
That's
let me.
literally- And his
He would,
face was
actually.
so straight too. He's
Right.
like, I will.
Hey, and then so you know, and here's the thing, man. So we're also honoring the firefighters out here today.
Yes, yes.
Tony Exum Sr. is going to be here and present. I forgot the name of the awards that they're doing, but
Great, man.
the fire department is going to be recognized here, which I thought was a fantastic
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So if we're, you know, the real heroes in this city, if you're talking about one of these social organizations, was that what they? Yeah. One of these organizations.
Yeah, they stop the city from burning down about every other
right,
year.
yeah, like all the time, constantly. You know what I'm saying?
Heart attack.
Yeah, so like, you know, I feel like, and then, but Southers don't want to get in. They can't even have a seat at the table to
Yeah, they
negotiate
don't get a
for
union
more
now.
money. They can't even have it. So, you know, this guy is very obvious.
Well, he spends
what the
millions
city
lobbying
wants.
against them getting a union too, Mayor
Spent
Southers.
real money on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So anyway, hey guys, I think it's gonna get ready.
Yeah,
to
we
rain.
got some thunder and lightning coming, so
Yeah, we're gonna try to go find some shade, and
Find
then
a
we're gonna
tent.
get around and do some more stuff, huh?
yeah,
All right,
for
man,
sure.
cool. I'll holler
Thanks,
at you.
Chauncey.
Thanks, Chauncey. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man.
All right,
All
peace.
If you're
power.
not watching, watch it now because you're gonna miss some stuff that you need to be educated on. If you're not educated, you're gonna feel like a dumbass in the future.
Hell
Speak the
yeah.
truth.
Speak
All
the
right.
truth. All right, man. Holler
Now
at you, brother.
fade to black.
We got your boy.